and we are back for another show.
Yay!
Hyped about this show, man.
I am super hyped about this show, for one, because I didn't think this shit was going to happen. Motherfuckers had me on pins and needles to the last day. You know what I mean? Like,
dun, dun, dun.
Being a small fry like me, I don't know how the game work. But anyway,
small fry.
we got a celebrity on the show.
Let me introduce him.
Oh.
You want to do it?
I do want to do it.
Are you capable of fucking doing this shit?
Can I get a drum roll?
No, but can you do it?
Okay, fuck it. Yo, I'm very excited. Yo, I'm very excited to introduce this man. This man has been on Held Up. He played off a Little Man, House of Pain, Ride Along, Thinking Like a Man 2, BET Comic View. Definitely one of my top 5 comedians of all time. My man Gary Owens. Thank you for coming to the show.
Wait, you put the S on this shit? She fucked it up.
I'm black. It always comes with an S. It always comes with a fucking S. My family, where we going to go see? Gary Owens. My whole family know.
That's you.
Thank you for having
how many movies I was in. I had a really good career.
You our first movie star to be on this podcast, man. That is
really?
so dope.
I'm looking up there, though. Like, you guys had JJ.
Yep.
We just had JJ a couple of weeks ago,
He's one
bro.
of my favorites.
JJ,
Like,
he's hilarious.
Hands down, one of the funniest episodes we had. Like,
Yeah,
he had
he's
us
good.
on the floor.
You're not going to get that with me. This is not going to go there.
But
Come on, man.
we love the honesty. they
Well, at least we know what we in for.
JJ's a good dude, man. I like him.
He's high energy, bro. He gave us some of the funniest clips he put up. It was like, who is this guy? Because we had Michael Blackson the week before, and everybody like, okay, that name recognition.
Yeah.
JJ just came and killed him. Nobody knew who he was. Like,
JJ's funny, man.
motherfucker's hilarious.
From the
I'm going to be better than Michael Blackson. I don't know if I'm going to be better.
Michael Blackson played us. Michael Blackson gave us the cool celebrity.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's how he did us.
I'm going to text him.
Hey, but look, they were fun, like on the rock, and I had to go pick him up. We like, you gotta come pick me up, nigga. I'm like, what the fuck?
Was he staying downtown or up by Zona Rosa?
He was like at the airport, like actually, like you pass Gate A hotel, Gate B. Like he was out there. I had never seen that hotel before. It was dope as shit too.
That means he went with the Comedy Club Hotel.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is exactly
It
Oh.
must be bigger than him because I did a buyout. I got my own hotel.
No shit.
No
You
shit. Hey, you gotta step your game up, Mike.
I must be a bigger celeb than him.
you always in Kansas City, like every year or something like that. I done seen you twice already at the Improv.
Yeah, I usually come. I don't try to go on a market more than once I'm here. I'm like, it has to be at least 9-10 months at a comedy club. So Kansas City's usually on the rotation.
Yeah, we love when you come down here. You had brought I don't know how I forgot his name, but I met him a few times too. The black guy that usually bring with you. Oh, you remember you had the show on TV, the reality show.
The Gary Owen show.
Yeah, and he was on there with you.
Oh yeah, he got fired.
He got fired.
He got
He
fired.
did,
So
for
you
real.
fired your
I'm like
friend?
this.
Dude,
Yeah.
what happened to the show though? Like I love that show.
That was gonna be my first question.
Look at that.
We got caught up in the Viacom. They overhauled the BET. Like Stephen Hill got fired, Deborah Lee got fired. So the writing was on the wall. It just happened to be season 1 because people don't realize my show was on 2016, 2017, and then everything got taken off. Real Husbands, Being Mary Jane,
I remember that
Jacksonville hair salon show. The Viacom came and said, everything gone, we're starting new. Damn. So we just got caught up in it. It had nothing to do with like the show or the ratings. It was just now granted, if we had numbers like ATL or Insecure,
of course,
that's the thing that hurts.
Of course.
My show debuted the same night as ATL and the same week as Insecure.
God.
Two of the most iconic shows right now. I was like,
Wow.
dude, I feel like Brian Dunkelman when he was on American
So
Idol.
somebody failed you then.
Huh?
Somebody failed you then with that time in there,
Oh, you
right?
don't know, but you don't know.
Right.
You never know. It's kind of
okay.
like I heard a story about when people that was it Shawshank Redemption? Yeah, I was talking to the casting director of Shawshank Redemption, and that's one of the best movies of all time. Morgan Freeman,
Yeah.
Tim Robbins, and they thought they were gonna sweep the Oscars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Forrest Gump came out.
Ah,
Nobody won anything.
Oh, okay.
So you never know.
At the same
That's
time.
a good analogy.
You just never know when stuff comes out. You know what I mean? I just remember, BT would have me run the Twitter when my show would air. So like from 9:30 to 10, my show was on. You know, they'd be like, Gary, you take over BET's Twitter account.
That's
and
dope.
every time I'd be sitting there, I'd be like, ATL. I go, what the fuck is this show, ATL?
What
be
the
hashtag
fuck?
ATL. My show's not in ATL. I didn't know what it was.
Oh, shit. Damn, that's pretty cool, though. They actually gave you the access to their account and you promote your own show. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, they want you interaction with the fans and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So it was cool. Yeah, it was a fun year. It was an easy job. And looking back on it now that it's been 3-4 years, the good thing about it, I have a time capsule of my family at that time with the kids and everybody like that.
Yeah.
So I got a little pocket where I can always go back and when, we'll laugh at it in 10 years because they were young and stuff.
When I watched it, I was like, this is exactly who I thought Gary was. Like, I was praying that you wouldn't have changed up for the TV.
Oh, yeah.
No,
it was pretty accurate. Yeah. Like, reality TV is like, I say it's your life on HGH and steroids. Like, it's reality, but they amp shit up to make it entertaining. You know what I mean? You kind of know
Spice
some
it
of the
up a little bit.
scenarios. But
Does it behind the scenes? Does it really like be? Because people really be having like beef behind the scenes on reality show, but when they get on the camera, they act like there's no beef.
Yeah.
Is that how it? I mean, you
well,
see
I
other
have
people.
my family.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Yeah,
I don't think
you
Gary
can
was
have beef
wilding out
with
like
You can
that.
have beef with your own family.
We had some issues with my son.
Club.
Yeah, Austin, who is a lot like me, he just wasn't ready. I mean, granted, I kind of said, hey, we got a TV show. Now you're on TV. He didn't ask for that.
Oh.
And sometimes he'd be like, I don't feel like working today.
See?
And I was like, dude, it's a TV show.
You don't get to make
About us.
Yeah, even
So
the
when it comes
staff-
to the kids, do the producers ever say, like, will they, like, have them, like, act out or, like, do something that'll kind of get a rise out of you, just kind of planned out that you didn't know about or anything like that?
No, they didn't do that with us.
How
That
do they
wasn't
get
that
the
kind of
spicy
show.
situations? It's like, okay.
It wasn't that kind of show at all.
Oh,
We was
okay.
trying to show like actually, the state of the country is now the show would have been timely.
Yeah.
Where the state we're in right now, it would have been a perfect show right now in the state of the country. But no, they never had my kids act up like that. That wasn't the type of show it was. Really. Wasn't no drama. Wasn't no real husbands. My daughter.
No, it was kind of like it was kind of like your everyday life, and what you did is like what you did every day. Like you was chilling in some days, and I was like, you got some time to chill.
Yeah,
that don't make no sense. He's in there.
It's a great job though, because like they wouldn't come into my house till 9 a.m. and we wouldn't start filming until 11 because they got to set up all the cameras and stuff. And and then I think they had, since we had kids, it was 8 or 9 hour workday. So by 6-7 o'clock they were gone. You know,
That's
leave.
still a long time to have cameras in. Like, were you happy? Not happy, but were you like, I'm okay with it being over because I don't want all these cameras in my house?
I like it. That's why I got in this business.
Okay.
I like it. And they have a way to mind fuck you because my wife was like, they're not coming in our bedroom. That's the one place. They were in our bedroom every day. Like, just all in that shit. Closet. I was like this. How did you do that? Every time I ask her to do something, I can't get shit out of her. And this guy comes in. No, I think the scene would be better.
She's like, just come on in.
We got you guys walking out of the bedroom, and let's get Gary coming out of the bathroom. Oh, okay.
He's a trained professional. That's,
Man.
Yeah, I
that's
was
the
gonna
only
say
answer.
that's what
But
it is.
they're also everyone that was on the Gary Owen show was coming off the Kardashians, so they've been there, done that. They've seen it all.
Yeah.
We have Gina Murray behind it.
Oh, that's
That was a sense of frustration because they would send like a cut of the show to BET. Keep in mind, this is what they do. They're Emmy winners, and then BET would give them notes, and the guys at Gina Murray would be like, this is what we do.
right. Give us
What the hell do you mean give us notes?
Wow.
What the fuck they think they are?
Right.
Yeah.
So the comparisons of Tommy from Power, is that a real thing?
Oh, yeah.
That
We
happened.
become friends off of that. Me and Joe Sikora.
Uh-huh.
We've actually become pretty good friends because of he gets stopped and I get stopped. So we start always be tagging each other pictures, and then people put up side by side shots, and then I don't know how we exchanged numbers one time. I did a Power something. It was a talk show after Power last season.
Oh, Power After Dark and some shit. I remember
Terrence
that.
J hosted it.
Yeah.
So they made sure me and Joseph was on the same episode. And that's where we met.
I gotta watch
And we
it.
So y'all
clicked
have been on
immediately.
screen together. I was about to say you're going to have to do it.
One time. I'm a lot taller than him. I think he's about 5'10".
Have you ever did an impersonation of him?
Me, Mike Epps, Brescia Webb, and Zulay did a little sketch. We were shooting Meet the Blacks 2, and we did a sketch. It's on YouTube.
Okay, I gotta check it out.
Yeah, where we did a powerless.
I want to see.
Oh my God, I got to check that out there.
The The one you did on the Breakfast Club of Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Tears,
Oh
bro.
my God, I remember that
Tears, bro.
shit.
How did you come up with that? Like, what would you like? Like, what made you do it? Like, it was like when I seen Gary on there, I was like, this nigga.
No, he had.
Did he have like a fucking eye patch on too, like that?
Yo,
day?
he had all the stuff on his face.
Yeah, he came on Thursday or Friday, and I was coming on Monday or Tuesday because when you film the Breakfast Club, it airs the next day.
Oh, okay.
So it's not live. So I was like, when I saw him, I go, I didn't really know who he was. Like I heard about him, I didn't know. And when I saw his interview, I said, okay, that he's kind of sharp. He gets where he's at in this world. And then when he said this is gonna be the highest rated interview you ever had, I go,
Yep.
And then I saw the numbers climbing.
Yeah.
I called my manager. I said, yo, I'm on in like 3 days. I said, can we get a makeup artist? And I'm gonna come in as him, but don't tell nobody. So the lady came to my hotel about 4:30 in the morning. It took her like 3 hours to get everything done because I didn't take off my shirt. I had everything. I had the 6'9" on my chest in case I went there, but I couldn't take my shirt off because the wig would pop off. I was like, I should have worn a button down. I just didn't think it out properly. But I had this is what I want to show.
Oh
I had
fuck!
everything.
Should have just went. Man, come on,
And they
man. That
never
shit was
knew.
still
Like,
classic.
when I got there, it was funny was even before the interview, I'm in the lobby waiting to get called in, and Charlamagne was on his phone, and he walked right by me. I go, "What's up, man?" He goes, "Hey, what's up?" And I go, "Damn." Scary part is you're used to seeing shit like this. He didn't even realize it was me.
Damn.
So I walked
Wow.
in. They ran with it, but nobody knew. Nobody knew.
That is dope, man. When I seen that, I cried. Like, I was just like,
What the fuck? You
like,
cried?
No, I cried out of tears because I was like, because as soon as it come on, you like, is this Gary or is this somebody else? And then you watch the whole thing, and you sit there literally acting like this
stated
person.
character.
Yeah, I was like, he ain't even came out of character not one time. Like you didn't even do your real interview.
I did a couple things.
You did a
It wasn't
couple?
very much time.
Fuck the promo. I'm about to get this. I'm about to get these views because that was
Yeah.
like genius, man.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you about these movies, man. Everybody on the outside, like us, normal people, who just watch movies. Of course, we see an hour and a half condensed version. But what is shooting a movie like? Because I know I think like a man too to cast all of those comedians. Do y'all ever get like how long does it take y'all to shoot a scene, or are y'all there for months trying to get this shit right, or how does it work?
It's just a lot of coke.
What?
It's really taxing on my body.
A lot of cocaine. Okay, so I'm signing up. Where do I get an app?
I don't know. It's every
Can I get
film's
an app?
different.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, every film's different.
Meet the Blacks.
Meet the
Oh,
Blacks
hilarious.
was an independent film when we shot it. And,
Y'all didn't have no trailer or anything. No.
it was tiny. It was a really tiny trailer. We shot at some house outside of Sacramento. Like not in Sacramento. It was like an hour and a half. And I remember we stayed at a Best Western. It was a shithole, but it was the only hotel they had out there.
Wow.
And I didn't know if that movie was gonna see the light of day. I didn't know if anybody ever see it. When we shot it, I was like, I don't know if anybody's gonna see this shit.
Yeah. you know how black people is. We give the low budgets a
You know
chance.
damn well those are the ones that become classics and shit. Like in the
Yeah.
hood, everybody sees it.
We got a sequel. But then when you get a movie like Think Like a Man, that was probably the most excited I was when you're not excited when you're shooting. You're excited when you get the phone call you got the part. That's the exciting part. Because once you're on set, you're working.
Yeah.
And when the movie comes out, you're like, you don't look at it like a movie. You're looking at like all the work I did in the movie.
Yeah.
So, but like when you get the phone call saying you got the part,
Yeah.
that's when you kind of celebrate and go out to eat and like, oh, I can't believe this. And I knew Think Like a Man was going to be a big get, I'll say. Because I was looking at the cast.
Yeah.
And I was looking like, I don't know. And then when we were shooting it, it just felt right. I was like, man. And I remember one of the producers at the rap party said, we're going to do the sequel. The movie hadn't got out yet.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, we're doing a sequel. I said, we're doing a sequel. It hasn't even come out yet. And then he goes, we're just watching the all the footage coming in, and it's beautifully shot, and everybody's delivering. And I was just like, the one thing I remember about the movie, though, when we did the first table read and everybody was together, Kevin, the movie was clearly written for Kevin to shine. Like, he was. I was just sitting there as a comedian. I was like, God damn, he's getting all the fucking funny lines. And Jerry Ferris said it best. He goes, when we sat in the table read, we knew it was set up for Kevin to hit a home run. We just didn't know how far he was going to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he knocked it out the park. But everybody was just played their role. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was probably the funnest. And we're still close. Like everyone in the cast, we still text each other and email when we got projects coming out.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a little tired of the fundraisers everybody has. That's the problem with having like rich friends.
Oh
Hey,
my
I'm a fundraiser
god.
in my house. Can you donate? Fuck.
Damn.
Yeah. It's a tax write-off. Shit. If I give it to one more fucking politician.
Okay.
It's got to be cool having rich friends. I don't feel sorry for you on that one.
Yes, I want some. So, how did you get in Meet the Blacks 2? Because you died.
Dude, I talk
In
about
war
it. I play a completely different character. Nobody brings it up.
You're like, I don't even care. Just send me the script. I'm coming through.
The director called me and goes, Gary, man, I got good news. We got picked for the sequel. I was like, yeah, but I died. He's like, we ain't worried about that shit. What? So I'm playing just a different dude. Nobody brings it up.
What the?
I looked up like, but okay.
I got shot.
It was funny.
You know what? It happens in a couple of movies and TV shows. Like people come back. Like I think like she didn't die, but I think like Queen Latifah had 2 different roles in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
She died in one?
No, she didn't die. But nobody, like he said, like nobody even remembered that. At first she was like his friend,
the one who was in love with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think she ended up becoming like somebody else that was famous that was there.
She was a waitress too one time.
Yeah,
like a rude waitress.
Right. See, like that's the.
I thought it was like she was like a music producer on there or something.
That's what I'm saying. But at first she wasn't. At first she was like
the crazy girl. She liked him.
We have to watch it later.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
She was a rude waitress too on an episode.
Yep. Queen Latifah,
She
man.
had 3.
So before the big movie star Gary, we all know now, there had to be a struggle at some point. At what point did Gary Owen say, "I want to be a comedian"? And what did you do? What was your first step to start?
Huh? That's
Huh?
all I ever wanted to do was be a comedian.
You serious?
Yeah.
Really?
Even in high school, like I was in 6th grade and I was talking when the gym teacher was talking, and his first day of school, and he said, what are you gonna be, a comedian or something? And I was like, yeah. And he said he had to backtrack. He goes, oh, not my class. And he still tells the story this day. He goes, damn, this dude called it.
Yeah.
11 years old to be a comedian. That's all. I mean, even when I played sports in high school, but I was just there to entertain. I could care less if we won or lost.
Yeah.
Because there's a video of me sacking the quarterback and I moonwalk back to the huddle.
They say he's just gonna be a comedian.
Got a flag thrown and everything.
I wrestled. I was able to, I thought when I wrestled it was like WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, oh, these motherfuckers are serious. And I wrestled. I still was making a WWE shit. I was pinning myself. Making faces at the crowd.
Yo, that is hilarious.
They say get his ass off the mat.
Yeah, that's all I want to do though. Whole life.
So you were always the funny one, like at the family events and the funny friend, all of that, everything. Class
I got real
clown.
sick. For the longest time, I had like my roommates when I was in the Navy, and then even out. I always had like really attractive roommates, like dudes that could pick up women.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I was so sick of going out with them. And they pick up the baddest chick in the club, and then she'd be like, I like you. I'm gonna hook my friend up with you.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of getting a friend hook up.
Yeah.
Why don't you hook up with me?
I want you, goddamn.
I was gonna ask you that. Did you have more hoes before the fame
that's a
or
married
after
man.
the fame?
No, after.
After the fame.
It's
No,
so
I mean
easy.
not after the fame. I mean after you started doing comedy.
Comedy gives you confidence.
Yeah.
Even off stage, it gives you confidence. So it's just I noticed like, oh, I'm really starting to talk to more women now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I had something to offer, like
free
tickets. Even the show might be at
Right.
Smokey's Bar and Grill, but I had something to offer.
I got something going on,
You
baby.
wanna come see me? All right, yeah. I didn't know you was that fun.
See, I used to do.
Penny
Oh
dropper.
my God.
I used to do a lot of comedy at the Improv as well. I tell everybody that they know, but I don't do it as much anymore. But I did notice the difference when you got the attention of everybody. They want that attention too. So I'm just like, before you had started, I don't know, got married. Were you traveling?
Not that much. I was in the Navy, so I was.
Oh, you got married right after you got out the Navy.
No, but I'm saying I was in the Navy when I got the job on BET. I
No
was still
shit.
active duty.
No
I was
shit.
driving back to San Diego going to work.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought you had. Okay, so when you joined BET Comic View?
First time, before I was a host, I was still active duty.
No
Navy.
shit.
Yeah, I drove because they filmed the whole season in a week. You start
I didn't know
Monday
that.
through Friday. It was either 3, 4, or 5 episodes. I can't remember. So every day they was doing a bunch of episodes. So the whole season was in a week. They shot it.
That's
Comic View.
crazy.
God,
And so I just took a week's leave, drove up to L.A. because I had auditioned and gotten on the show. So I just thought, it's whatever. So I'm literally on TV, and I was a cop on the base, and I'd be waving cars on the base. Like, I'd be sitting there like this. And then somebody'd be like this. Hey, man, I see you on TV last night. Yeah, keep going. Come on, man. You know,
You could even bullshit with them. Come on, you had to keep it stern.
Come on. Yeah, that was me. So I'm sitting there pulling people over on the base. They've double taken. What?
Okay, how did you get out the Navy and then was like, I'm about to be doing this? Did you have to wait your time?
I was on my way out. I already made the decision. Like, I'm gonna get out. Like, I'm gonna do stand up. And then Curtis Gatson called, who used to run BET, the head of BET, and he was like, we want to make you the host. Damn. And I still had like 6 months left on my enlistment, and I was like, dang, how am I gonna do this? They weren't filming for another 3 months, so I got in front of a board and asked to get out a few months early, and it was cool. My command was cool. And then I remember when you get out of the military, you got to take this week-long class called TAP class, Transition Assistance Program. And it's basically they're preparing you for what life is like outside the military because you might not have a steady paycheck like you're used to. And I told everyone, said the same thing. I was the last person to stand up, and everybody said either college, military, or moving home. That's the only 3 things I heard. And I stood up. I said, I'm going to be a comedian. And she goes, well, do you have a backup plan? I go, I'm a comedian. Did you get the jive bill? I said, yeah, but I ain't going to use it. And then she's like, I don't know. So this was Monday, or Tuesday or Wednesday, I invited her to a show. I said, come see me perform. So the lady came to see me, and I remember she came back to class Thursday morning, and she was like, I've never told this to anybody. She goes, but you're making the right decision. She goes, and it wasn't even the fact if I was funny or not. She goes, I could see it in your eyes. That's your passion.
That's dope.
She said, I saw it when you went on stage. She goes, you didn't look like that in class. When you got on stage, she goes, that's when you came to life.
Yeah.
So how long were you doing comedy before Comic View?
6 months.
You only did comedy for 6 months and you got the Comic View job?
Well, no, probably about a year. But I mean, I was doing comedy about 6 months when I first got on BET Comic View. That's one of the comics. I just got lucky.
Damn.
Yeah. When you're
I was about to say, so were you that super funny, or did you get a couple of breaks, or
you're just the best?
There you go.
I did not know that story.
Yeah, when you the best, it is what it is. You know. I don't know what you guys thought you had on, but this ain't JJ Redick. It's LeBron James, man.
Have there ever been any shows like? Because I know. A lot of people say you always have the stinkers. You always have the ones where you might just have a bad crowd. You don't have the material for this type, or you just might have just had a hostile environment. Like, have you ever had those, like, that just made you want to drop the mic and leave?
Well, it's like fucking an ugly chick. Every guy's done it. We just ain't talking.
No, never bring it up.
She looked at me. I was like, no.
Now you can talk about it. Now you can talk about it. Go ahead.
No, I've never been booed, like, boo, get off stage.
Yeah.
I did have an incident in a place called The Rage on Santa Monica, which is still there to this day. It's a gay bar.
Oh.
So I'm just calling anywhere
Humble
to go up. I don't know anything, right? So I'm just calling anything with a microphone on the stage. And they said, yeah, we have a variety show on Tuesdays. I said, great. So I'm in San Diego. I drive up. You sign up at 4. You come back at 9. If you get on the show starts at 10. So I got there at 4, signed up, came back at 9. They said, you're on the show. You're the 9th of 10 acts tonight. Cool. So 10 o'clock comes. I start looking around. There's a lot of dudes here. What's going on? Then I realized, oh shit, this is a gay bar. So here I am, straight white male, going up in this gay bar. I didn't get booed. I got gonged, and I only got half a joke out, and they let me have it.
Damn.
Because they wanted song
Half
and
a
dance.
joke. Oh, okay.
You gotta get off.
You had to come out shouting.
But a guy came out dressed in drag, and then he was pulled out on like a wagon with 2 people dressed like Ving Rhames with the Pulp Fiction.
No.
Shit. They were like his slaves, and they pulled him out, and he just went, he did like this. And the crowd went fucking nuts. Yeah.
Really? Y'all are here bullshit.
And my dumb ass don't know you should leave. So I stayed, thinking to LA, make some contacts. I got like dude trying to give me massages and shit. Hey, that's my card. It's like, oh, fuck.
Is there footage of this?
No, I don't. This is before everybody had cell phones.
Okay,
So I looked. I was researching, and I don't know if this was your first role, but this was the Wayans brothers. Was that your first acting role?
No, first acting role was Held Up with Jamie Foxx.
Oh, was it?
And the Wayans brothers came shortly after that. That was the same
Did you think anybody was gonna see Held Up?
Huh?
Did you think anybody was gonna see Held Up?
Oh, I thought it was gonna be huge.
It was good though.
Wait,
it just didn't.
Yeah.
If you look at that cast now, it's an amazing cast. Sarah Paulson, who's been Oscar nominated, who's just killing it on everything. And then Jamie Foxx, that was pre-Oscar Jamie.
Yeah.
Then you had Nia Long, and Nia and Jamie was the 2 big ones in that. And then Barry Corbin, who was coming off Northern Exposure, which was a huge show in the early '90s. We had Gary Busey's son, Jake Busey. We just had a solid cast, man.
I thought the movie was pretty legit in the gas station, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie got me that part. He saw me on stage and was like,
shit.
yo, I got this movie, man. Come fuck with me. And I was like, all right. So he got me the audition. Granted, it was my audition to lose. I could have really fucked it up and I got the part. So I was ready. But he got me the audition and then it just got on like a week later.
Watching it now.
That's fine.
I went live like a true fan and shit. I'm on the show. I know you don't get that usually, celebrities and shit, but I just had to go live, which is the most ghetto shit. But like I had to put on my like page.
Shortest live ever.
Gary Owen dropped by. I just gave him a little taste because you know what I mean. Just pull him in. That's how I did with Mike. Like a little clip. I give y'all 15 seconds. Madasaka, and then you know that's it. That's it.
So speaking of Mike, he gave us a story about someone stealing a joke of his.
Michael Blackson?
Yeah.
Somebody stole his closer.
Somebody
They
stole his dick joke.
His dick joke.
What joke?
He had a dick joke. He had a dick joke where he pulled a dildo out and he would end it like, "This is the biggest black dick," or something like that. He had said.
Yeah, he would pull out a fake dick. And
Look at him.
I'm sorry, a fake dick. My
the joke
bad.
was he said he had a disease called some kind of big dick syndrome or something. He would pull it out, and he was like, that was his closer for like 2 years.
That's probably a good thing. Somebody stole that joke. Can't put that on TV.
He said that's the
That's
reason
what he
he
said.
didn't get. That was the reason he didn't get on Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't
Because
steal
that was his audition. I guess it was too raw for Def Comedy Jam.
Well, I guess they didn't steal his joke. He said they stole the actual dick.
Yeah.
Is what they stole.
Couldn't afford another dick, man.
Well, why didn't we ask him that? Why didn't you just go purchase a replacement?
No, we did. He said it was over. He said after that he moved on. From
I gotta stop smoking weed. I forgot.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's the weed.
So is anybody? I actually heard you say that you don't watch other comedians because you don't want to have the same jokes that they have. But it was an instance where y'all both had the same joke. I forgot who it was, but it was like two totally different jokes or something like that.
Been 2 instances. I stopped watching comedy probably, I don't know, 10, 11 years ago just because I want to know my jokes are mine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want everybody to be like, you stole that. I was like, I don't care if somebody else told it. I know I wrote it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've never been accused of stealing. I don't want to get that out there. Never.
Yeah.
But there's been 2 instances where I was like, that was interesting. One was me and DL were on a show together in Miami, and we had the exact same joke. And I know I didn't steal from him, and I know he didn't steal from me. It's just comedians' minds think alike.
Always going.
So I'm always like stopping comedians like, don't just automatically think somebody stole your bit. You know what I mean? Our minds work similar. You don't own getting your dick sucked.
Right.
You know, you
Exactly.
don't own eating pussy. There's only so many ways you can do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I've seen literary comics do that. I don't motherfucker know I do a joke about eating pussy. Wow. You got a corner on that market.
That's all you, baby.
Comedians
That's
say
all
that on
you.
the side of the stage. Like a dude was up before him, like, this motherfucker know I do a joke about eating pussy. I was like, huh. So as I stopped watching stand-up, but me and DL, and the joke was, it was right when LeBron left Cleveland to go to Miami for the first time back in 2010.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I said, I knew he was going to Miami. I said, I've been to Cleveland and I've been to Miami. It's not a tough decision. You ask me where I want to live. I said, I asked a dude, who you want to fuck, Beyonce or Precious?
Oh, wow.
DL, how the fuck did we pick the same 2 people?
Damn.
He picked Beyonce. Well, Precious just came out. That was hot.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like,
Oh,
like, how the hell did we pick the same 2 people? So I went up before him.
I was gonna say
And
who
then
went
I'm
up first.
literally in the lobby hustling T-shirts, and DL's headlining.
Yeah.
And I heard him say it, and the crowd went completely silent. And then he got him back. So we're out to dinner afterwards, and I said, "Hey man, did you know the crowd went silent?" Yeah, that was weird. I said, I told the same joke.
I had already told that shit.
And we started laughing about it. It wasn't like, how dare you? It was like, we just laughed. We was like, damn, that's crazy. We both thought of the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's not we had a corner. Now, the one time they out and out stole my shit, there's no doubt.
We want names and dates and
It was
times.
a show called Chocolate Sundays on Showtime.
Oh, okay.
And I had a bit on my special that I recorded in 2011 that came out in 2012, a special called True Story. My closing bit was I would bring a black guy on stage to say the N-word for me.
I just was telling them that before you got here.
Oh, wow.
I seen you do it.
Yeah. Well, that joke came about like 4 years earlier. I was at the Improv, and D-Ray sent me the raw footage. For some reason, somebody filmed it, so I got it on footage. This black guy was heckling me, and I said, man, if I was black right now, I'd call you the N-word, but I'm not allowed. That's what I said. And then the whole crowd, man, you can say it. I said, oh, I ain't saying that shit. Yeah. And then D-Ray was like, man, you can say it. I said, well, you come over and say it for me. So D-Ray came up and said the N-word for. That's when I started going off on the dude. That's where the joke came from.
Yeah.
Did it on my special. Chocolate Sundays comes out like 2015, 16. They turned my bit into a sketch. Oh. And this is why I know they was lying and they stole it, because I called Pookie, and I'm friends with Pookie. This is not a knock on Pookie Wigington. I said his full name. Great. So
put him out there.
I called him. I said, Pookie, man, you guys did my joke. I said, you could have called me. I would have told you could have did it. I would have just said, based on a joke by Gary Owen, give me the credit. But I wasn't trying to get no money off of it. The joke is what it is. It's living. I was like, you could have called me. He goes, man, I don't know. I'm just not sure what you're talking about. I said, dude, I told him the whole joke. I said, so who wrote it? Let me know where I need to make.
Who do I need to find?
Right. He goes, well, we have a writer's room and we have a think tank. I said, well, somebody came up with it.
Yeah.
When he couldn't give me a name, that's when I knew somebody stole it. I said, you can't give me a name of who wrote the sketch. Yeah. So you have a sketch comedy show with writers, and you can't tell me the writer wrote the sketch. Yeah. I go, somebody stole it. I'm telling you.
Damn, man. Do you have any beef with people like in the comedy industry, like people that you probably like, I don't want to fuck with them, or I don't want to work with them?
I would never air it on a show.
Yeah, I thought
we'll leave it alone.
Especially not this.
I
don't have any though.
Say hard copy, goddamn.
I wanted to know too.
No, I don't have one. There's only a handful of people I won't work with.
Because knowing going through the improv, there's a lot of famous people that will tell you I don't want to work with him or I don't want to work with them. You know,
I don't want to be around bad energy. Yeah. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So if I know you, I'll be like, I don't want to be around that, man.
Yeah.
There's a couple comics I'm just like, it's weird. Like comics, they hit and they get in their 40s and they ain't hit like they think they should hit, or they had an early success and then they're not what they were. Mm-hmm. It's either you find Jesus or you get bitter. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's either fuck the world or I love everybody.
No in between on that. Okay. All right.
And right now you love everybody, right?
Well, I haven't fallen off. I hope not. Jesus Christ. COVID made everybody fall off, really.
I was just about to say, from your point of view, this whole coronavirus thing, like, how big has the impact been on stand-up comedy and touring and the comedy clubs and all that? Did it slow everything down, or are there just certain...
Everything's shut down. And right now, it's most of the Republican states are open.
Yeah.
That's why like I don't like how it's political. Like the states with the Democratic governors, they're the ones that shit ain't open. That's why New York and California is not really open.
Yeah.
Comedians can't make money there. But Republican states, they're like, fuck it. So they're open.
Wow.
I wish they wouldn't have shut down the economy. I wish they would have just started wearing masks from jump and told people how to, prevent it. But I think it just has to run its course, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I think everybody at some point is going to get some strand of it or be around somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Just let it run through. And then when it gets through, we'll all be fine. But
I can't wait till all of this shit is over. But another thing, a lot of comedians have had to do different things while the coronavirus is, like podcasts. I didn't know that you had a podcast. And I watched like 2 or 3 episodes in the last couple of days. Did you always want to do a podcast, or is it something that you said like, hey, so I can kill it in this, I got to stand up? Is it just something to add to the resume? Was that a passion, or...
I didn't want. Honestly, I looked at podcasts like it was beneath me. If I'm being completely honest,
dirty
like 4 years ago. So my main podcast, I ain't doing no podcast. I'm busy. I'm working. I ain't got time for that. And then I start thinking like, wait a minute. If I'm not losing money, and I can just talk, that's what I do anyways. So I go, I'm gonna give it a shot. So I was enjoying it, and then my biggest issue with the podcast was the technical side. Like I'm talent. I don't know how to do all these cameras and mics and stuff. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't even like wearing headphones. I'm not even wearing headphones.
I see that. I see that. We saw that.
So I'm like, I just want to talk.
Yeah.
When I started doing my podcast, the engineer, like his wife got pregnant and something else happened, and I was just like, I couldn't get a hold of him. So now I'm setting everything up, and I was like, I don't like this. I wasn't enjoying the process. It was like a job, and I don't ever want to feel like I'm going to work.
Exactly.
So then I got it. It's funny how I got my podcast deal. Mm-hmm. So I go in to do Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub's podcast, Fighter the Kid. Mm-hmm. So as I'm there, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson were shooting promos for Up in Smoke.
Okay.
So all those podcasts are in the same building, right? It's in Santa Monica. All they do is podcast there. And
Baby, write that down. That's where
so
we headed later.
Literally, Matt Barnes is smoking a joint, and they're playing they're playing Nipsey. I'll never forget. They're playing Nipsey Hussle, and they've got the cameraman and stuff. So I stand behind Steven Jackson, and none of these white execs know like I'm black famous. They didn't really know the level. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm standing behind Steven Jackson, and he doesn't see me. I go, wow. How original. Black guy smoking weed, listening to rap. This concept. And Steve Jackson went, what the fuck? Oh, what's up, G? And you saw all these white guys go, what the fuck is that? Right? So then we're talking and shit, and then they pulled me aside, and then they started doing the research.
Yeah.
And they said, wow, man, you got an audience. And, like, especially with the black audiences aren't as hip to podcasts as, like, white audiences right now.
Yeah.
There's some that are through the roof, but for the most part, most of the top podcasts are white stuff. That's the audience. So he was like, dude, we think we could take your audience, bring them into our audience, and melt it together.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit right when we were starting filming in the studio. So I was doing it from my house, but they sent all the camera. They used to me step by step. So my shit I never took the camera equipment down. I didn't want to fuck it up.
Yeah.
At my house, I had a room, and it just stayed there for like 3 months.
Yeah.
And just sit down. But I was able to I said, now I can start having guests.
Yeah.
And I said, man, that's going to tell me how people feel about me. I don't have a talent booker. I'm calling everybody myself. So once I got Kev and Tiff right out the box, they was like this, damn, Smug went hard.
Yeah, he came out the gate dope. Like, fuck.
Yeah, they was like, damn, you got Kevin? They thought I was lying when I got Kevin. I got him.
Oh, my
So,
God.
I mean, your relationship change as they grow, because you saying you got Kev. Like, people was like, how the fuck you get Kev? I mean, did they think your relationship changed because he was...
With Kevin?
Yeah.
No, what you mean because he got huge?
Yeah.
Over time? No, it's funny. Like you think they change until you're around them,
Oh,
and then
okay.
you're like, oh, it's the same.
Man, that's the
But
best.
you know, when you come up with people, like I always say, comedians were like in frats. So my frat was like 98 to 2002, 3. That's when I was in LA and I'm open micing, and when you go to improv or comedy stores, you see the lineup, and it was like, granted, there's 500 comedians you've never heard of, but you had like D-Ray and Cat. That's when it was Cat in a Hat, and he had one tooth.
Yeah.
It wasn't Cat Williams.
Yep.
And then Kevin was on that list. That's like my fraternity of guys that we all came up together.
That's good.
So when somebody hits, you're not around them for a year or so, and then when you run into them, you wonder.
Yeah.
And some people do change, but 90% don't when you got history with them. So like I won't see Kev for a while, but then as soon as I see him, I'll be like, oh, it's just us cutting up again. But then when we leave, it gets weird.
Because you probably don't. I mean, like, I don't know. They don't text as much. Or you probably don't call as much or hang
People got
out
their
as much.
hustles, man.
Yeah.
Real friends, you ain't got to do that though.
Yep.
Even guys I went to high school with, and I'm guilty of it too. Like I might not answer a text, like fuck, I forgot to answer him. So it's not like personal. It's just people get on with their own lives. Like my best friends are 2 guys I went to high school with, and we'll go months without talking. But as soon as we start talking, it's like we in 11th grade in the hallway again.
See, Robert, there ain't no problem. I don't have to talk to you every day.
Oh, you sensitive?
Yeah, I ain't free.
Sensitive?
We ain't hung out in a minute.
He's sensitive.
You can get your feelings. That's the thing about stand-up. You can get your feelings.
Oh, hell yeah.
Back, and you're quick to be like, I'm a fucking man. We're in Hollywood. Because I had Aries Spears on my podcast. Aries is notorious for going off on people sometimes.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, Aries, you got to stop taking stuff so personal. Like, people have lives. He was telling me, like, a story about Will Packer, how Will Packer said he was a fan of his. They exchanged numbers. He goes, and he called Will. He goes, I got like a 2-text rule, and if you don't get back to me, I'm not fucking with you. I said, you can't do that, man.
Oh, wow.
I said, take a breath. I said, okay, let's say this, Aries. What if you text Will? He's about to text you back, and fucking Barack Obama texts him or calls him. I said, he's going to take that call, and that's not out of the ordinary. I go, and then he just might have forgot. Fuck, I meant to get back to Aries. I said, you can't take stuff like that personal. Guy's got all kinds of shit going on.
Yeah.
What if his daughter got sick and she's in the hospital and you don't know? And you're in your feelings. Like, we all going through shit outside of this. So you don't know. So stop being so sensitive, dude.
Okay, I'm going to get movies. So we asked everybody on the show, unless y'all want to do something first.
Go ahead. Rock.
Okay.
Rock out.
Okay. So we asked everyone on the show their top 5 movies, comedy movies, and then top 5 comedians. So
man, that's a tough one. You should have emailed me. Top 5 comedy movies. I know Coming to America's up there. 1. Tommy Boy's up there.
Tommy Boy.
Oh, this is a new one. Okay.
Walk Hard.
Walk Hard.
Have you ever seen Walk Hard, Dewey Cox Story? Holy fuck.
Hold on.
That's
what?
one of the best movies that nobody talks about.
Walk Hard. You talking about with
I'm trying to think of
John C.
Kevin
Reilly.
Who?
Not Joaquin Phoenix. The Dewey Cox Story.
I haven't seen
Judd
this one.
Apatow.
dude with the
directed
crazy hair. He was in the movie
Oh,
with Will Ferrell.
yeah, it was on Netflix. I didn't watch it though.
it. Yo.
It's top 3.
Top 5.
No way.
Yo.
I've never heard nobody say that before, Gary.
Well, everybody I talked to that seen it like, yep.
All right.
Yep,
I'm
you got
on-
one, Mike.
Is
One-liners
it
and
based
that.
on a true story?
Huh?
It's based on a
It's
true
comedy.
story.
It's a parody of the Johnny Cash story that came out.
Oh.
It's a parody of
Remember
it.
this one.
When I
This
tell
one.
you
This dude.
that shit's so fucking funny.
All right. I'm
This
going to watch
one?
it.
Yeah, that should just look hilarious. We got Coming to
Dude,
America.
there's one line in it that is such a guy line. So he's a huge rock star.
Uh-huh.
So of course he's cheating on his wife. He's out there, right? And his wife catches him in bed with another woman. And then they're going off. She goes, "Dude, you cheated on me." He goes, "Well, you drank the last of the milk. Stop acting like I'm the only one. I want some cereal, and I couldn't eat it." Because I said, that's such a guy thing. We're completely offset. We was fucking another chick and like, "Well, I want a cereal." Dude, you're just not going to bring that up. So I'm just an asshole. Because I slept with another woman, but you drank the last of the milk.
Oh my God!
That sounds about
both
right.
doing shit around here.
It means the same
Dude, I'll
does.
tell you.
That sounds about right.
Was it Coming to America?
Walk-
Tommy Boy.
Walk Hard.
Walk Hard.
Hold on, Tommy Boy. A lot of people don't know that one. That's with the dude from SNL, right?
Chris Farley.
Chris
Yeah.
Farley.
But dude,
I'm sorry. I knew his name. I just couldn't think of it right off the bat. Chris
Tommy
Farley
Boy's
and
so funny.
and
David Spade.
yep.
That
Yeah,
movie.
that was-
You weren't gonna guess neither one of them names. Go ahead.
You know, black people, we would have told them what they played
We
on.
be knowing who they are, but we just can't say those names.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you what you played on.
That's
Snoop
3,
Dogg,
right?
Young Jeezy, we could get them.
okay, so that's 3. You got 2 more.
Trying to think. I want to give a good one.
And this is your top favorite of all time.
Like you could these are movies like you could watch over and over. Because
Yeah.
some comedy movies you watch it and you're like, I was all right, but then you watch it again and you'll catch something. You watch it
Yeah.
again
Mhm.
and like, fuck, that movie's funny, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like we had put Life on here.
Yeah, we
Life
still
was
do that with Life and Coming to
Yeah.
America. 20 years later, like,
all
I
the
never
time.
noticed that.
Yeah.
But these are 2 movies already that we don't have already on
Yeah.
this list, so that's interesting.
That is too.
Tommy Boy and Walk Hard.
Yeah. We could, you know what, like we usually have when we have the black people on here, they usually got one white good movie. You gave us 2.
Yeah.
Is that the ordinary?
Yeah.
Yeah, you already messed us, so we like,
There's a
whoa.
black guy in Walk Hard. Tim Meadows is in it.
I gotta watch Walk Hard though. I'm definitely gonna watch that.
I like this perspective because the movies we watch, it don't be.
Michael
don't be no
Blackson
black
told me to
white
watch
people.
Shallow Hal,
That
That
was
was
good.
on
That's
his-
fucking
okay,
funny.
that was on his list.
That
and
is
you
a
were
good one.
throwing out this one, so all right.
Do you want to hear his
You haven't seen
list?
Shallow Hal?
I haven't seen. You know what? Me and her just watched it about a week ago, but he had already told us, so we was cheating a little bit.
Man, I want to take something from Michael Blackson. He's gonna say I stole it.
But if that's one of your movies, because we put you on the spot.
Nah, we messing them up because we throwing out movies
Okay,
for him.
We
okay.
just gotta stop
you're
talking
right.
until he
Right.
say 5. We just
Right.
gotta stop talking.
Let me think.
If you want to come back and forth, you can give us your top 5 favorite comedians of all time.
Oh yeah, maybe that'll
And
help.
then you can come back and do the other 2.
Let me see. Is 48 Hours a comedy?
Yep.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
a comedy.
Yep.
Because you know that's a fucking gritty, hard movie.
Yeah.
But Eddie was funny. in
That's
it.
JJ. That was on his list.
Yeah.
So
I would say 48 Hours for
Okay.
sure.
48
It's 2
Hours.
Eddie movies though. Fuck, Eddie's just killing it.
I think my whole damn
No,
list
that's
was
the
Eddie
list-
movies,
the
like
list-
You know what?
3.
A lot of people that grew up around that time, they say Eddie was the man around that time.
He was.
In the 80s, 90s.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let me see. Walk Hard, 48 Hours, Coming to America,
and
Tommy Boy.
Mhm.
Let me think of one more that I just is fucking funny. Would Parenthood be a comedy? That's one of my
Parenthood
favorites. With
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
Yes, it would be.
with Lindsay
Yeah.
Lohan? Oh, is that Parenthood? That Parent
no.
Trap.
This is like
that
89.
is Parent Trap.
That's Parent
This is
Trap.
this is
All right,
a-
I'm about to
Parenthood
say
and
where you
Steve
was going.
Martin and Keanu Reeves. And
I haven't watched that before.
It's heartfelt. I felt it because I felt like at the time it came out. I'll just say Parenthood because
Okay.
I'm just going off movies that when they're on, I can watch it like I've never seen it. You know,
Parenthood was good.
I've never
Parenthood was
watched
really
Parenthood.
good.
Now I'm
Steve
so
Martin was
mad. Like I
hilarious.
want to have some dialect.
I hate
about
to be feel unprepared. Like, so when you throw it out there, I have no idea what that is.
I ain't never
so
heard
give me
of
the other.
I don't think I
cast
saw
members.
it.
Who did JJ and Michael have?
Okay, so me see. Michael had Coming to America, Beverly Hills Cop, Next Friday, and Shallow Hal.
Oh, get out of your fucking comfort zone. What the fuck was that? Way to go on a limb, Mike.
Yeah.
So JJ had Life, 48 Hours, The Hangover Part 1, I'm Bout It, and Boomerang.
Oh, so
I'm about it.
Yeah, you see how my man came through?
Listen,
it's the blackest movie of all time.
I knew he was gonna say it.
Mississippi country motherfucker would say that.
Oh man.
I'm about
Have you
it.
seen I'm About It?
Well, the motherfuckers on VHSs, man.
Who's in it? I ain't even heard of it.
What?
That's a Master P movie, like way independent film.
99 about it.
Yeah, about it.
$350 budget
Yes.
that became a classic. Like yeah,
It's not a classic. Classically bad.
hood.
The Trap
I'm-
is one of my top 5.
Yeah.
I'm About It was a hood classic. It was a. She said, get out of your.
About it.
That
I'm gonna
was
text him. What the fuck you doing?
that was his list, but it was 4. It was number 4 though. If that helps, any.
Oh man.
Let me see. Okay, now you have comedians. You have to 5,
Top 5 all-time comedians.
and they can be older, newer, internet, whatever.
Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy, obviously. Eddie.
Sam Kinison.
Good one.
Mitch
Good one.
Hedberg.
Who? Hold on, back up.
Who is it?
Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg.
Amazing.
Hey, give me my laptop. Give me
Okay.
no, I'm just-
Pablo Francisco.
oh wow, I really do need to get.
Look at him teaching us.
We learned some things.
Oh, I've heard Mitch before on Spotify.
How many was that?
It's probably Chappelle.
He's got one
Dave
more.
Chappelle.
There we go.
Okay.
But I don't watch a lot of stand up anymore. So these are like Pablo could have been one of the Pablo and Mitch should have been like she should have been on Bill Burr's level, but the drugs got him.
Oh wow.
Mitch had an overdose. I saw him the week before he overdosed. He's the only comedian I ever went to a comedy club, didn't call any favors in, just went like a normal person and just watched him because I wanted to see how good he was in person.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a good night. I enjoyed the shit out of it, but the crowd didn't. But I enjoy the comedians working shit out. And he was clearly just working shit out on stage. So I'm like eating it up. Like I'm looking around like this is great.
Yeah.
It was so much better than seeing like a polished somebody that's going through the motions. Like you could tell you're just working shit out. And he would say, I guess that you guys didn't get that one. I love that shit.
I was just about to say, how difficult is that to just work shit out live and in person? Like they're right here. Like, is that something you have to acquire, like thick skin in case it doesn't work and be able to move on instead of just like hanging it up and quitting?
I told you earlier, I'm the best. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, you have no idea how that is.
Everything hits.
For an average person, how would you think
I
that
don't
would
know. I don't know.
The Michael Jordan of comedy, man.
Dude, it all works. It all works.
Dude, Gary had to hype his own
When I
stuff
say
up.
good night, they laugh. I say, what up, Kansas City? They go fucking to the roof. I'm like, damn.
Oh, my
Delivery.
God.
It's a delivery.
Are you
All right, next question.
Are you the same person on stage as you are off stage? Like,
There'd be nothing worse than a comedian always on.
right?
Those are the worst. That's why a lot of comedians start traveling with their openers because I like giving new comics, opportunity and go up before me and stuff. And I was like, man, that would be a good feeling if I was a young comic like that. But at the same time, fuck, man, some of the guys that get in the green room, I don't want comics in the green room for one.
Right.
That's where I decompress. So sometimes when I'm on the road, if I got locals, I'd be like, just nobody in the green room. Because that's where you take a break.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get a comic and they just start grilling. Or you can tell they're performing. I've had guys on my podcast that I'm like, are we doing an interview right now or are you performing?
They auditioning and
they're
shit.
in the camera and shit. I was like this. What's going on right now? That'd be like me coming on and just going like this. Hey! Gary, what's it like? I don't know, but let me talk about this fat bitch. She was laughing her ass off when my dick was in her ass.
Oh, my God.
God, woo!
Smelled like first wash pancakes.
That got to be hard because I feel like even if you the comedian in the family, it feel like every time you're a part of the family, they want you to fucking perform.
Yeah.
That's what we asked Mike too. Mike said that every time somebody's around, they want him to fucking perform. They even called him up on the phone.
Well, I mean, but Mike's created that lane for himself where it's he's doing all these sketches and stuff on Instagram, so people are expecting him to be that guy. Listen, I'm not that dude. Like, I'm funny, but I'm not gonna be loud like I am on stage and be crazy. Like, I come down.
So you're a lot more chill when you're around.
I learned my lesson early too. Like, I went the first big comedy show, and I told this story on Steve Harvey's show, which basically is the same level as yours,
Yeah. I talked to Steve the other day. That
if I would have been on Steve, I said this on Urban Absurdity. I'm sure you heard it, Steve. I said this.
Who the fuck is Urban Absurdity?
Next to the church by the community college football field. I said this, so you might have heard it, Steve. With the 3 black people facing.
Yeah.
You didn't see it?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't see that shit anyway.
Steve seen this shit.
No, but I said when I first big show I ever went to was Bernie Mac. You know what? I take it back. Bernie Mac's top 5.
Ooh,
I completely forgot.
There we go. There we go.
We'll take off Pablo.
I've never heard of Pablo.
He's gone.
Pablo gone already.
All right, you know what?
Am I replacing him in the number? Am I putting Bernie at the
I don't
top?
really have an order. Mine wasn't in order. Depends on what mood I'm in.
Okay.
But
right, cool.
take Pablo and put Bernie in there.
Okay.
I completely forgot about.
Have you ever met Bernie?
Yeah, that's what the story I'm going to get to eventually if I can't stop stepping on my own toes.
Hey man, talk shit.
Bernie,
you need no extra money.
First
you can talk about
first
it.
show I ever went to was Universal Amphitheater, and Guy Torrey took me, and it was to see Bernie Mac. And that's the first time I've been to a big theater and seen a show. And I saw Bernie come out and just destroy it. And I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? And then I saw the crowd going nuts when he got announced. I'm like, oh, shit. So we go backstage. When we first went backstage, it was like everybody's back there. All the A-list comics. Anybody you could think of was back there. And then there was one comic. I'm not going to say his name. And you wouldn't know it if I said it anyways. But he was just being loud and obnoxious. He was clearly like out, and, trying to do, I don't know what the goal was. Mm-hmm. He was trying to be seen. And I saw like him go up to Bernie, and Bernie kind of put his hand on his head.
Oh, man.
And Bernie grabbed one of the bodyguards back there. And I literally saw this happen. He got in his ear. He was like, and the bodyguards started looking around and he started politely asking people to leave that was being obnoxious, basically. So he'd be like, you gotta go. Wasn't rude. So I'm sitting here in a chair, and I'm watching it all go down, and there was this little bowl of M&Ms right here. So I'm eating M&Ms, just watching. I'm just happy to be in the room, right? I'm being quiet, but I'm like, and then the bodyguard made eye contact with me, and I went, oh, fuck, are these Bernie's M&Ms? I was like this. And then the guy just went by me and moved on. I go, oh, fuck, I'm good. And I learned my lesson that first interaction was like, oh, shit, fall back.
Yeah.
When you're in a room and there's bigger names, you fall back.
Yeah.
And I've learned, like, when it's your time. But I'm never one of the guys that's, when I'm in a room, I'm like holding court. I'm not the center of attention. I'm the guy, like, me and you were in the corner. I'm going, that didn't work. What the fuck's she wearing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm the slide on the low.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
That happened. So I saw the craziest moment I think I've seen a comedian just totally flip the attitude of somebody was we was at the premiere for Daddy Daycare, and there was a line to take pictures with Eddie. Even at a movie premiere, where they blocked off like this 3-block area of Westwood near UCLA's campus, and they made it into a carnival because it's a kids movie, Daddy Daycare. So we had a feeling the movie was gonna be big. We didn't know it was gonna be. I think they knew it was gonna be a big movie, right? Kids movie, Eddie Murphy, recipe for success.
Exactly.
So at the carnival, at one point, I think it was planned. All right, this is the time to take pictures with Eddie if you're gonna take them. So there was a fucking line, man. So I'm in line, and I did the movie with him. I'm in line to get a picture with Eddie.
Yeah,
I'm not lying. The comedian right in front of me, who had nothing to do with the movie, just an open micer. I knew who he was. He fucking goes up to Eddie, man, and I saw it. Everybody else is just taking a picture. This fucker grabs Eddie and tries to give him some emotional thing in his ear. Like, he's probably like, motherfucker, you my inspiration. But he's holding him.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I could see Eddie's face went from, he was like this, like taking pictures in a good mood. He just went, And I'm next. I got online. I go, fuck that. I said, I'm going to go back to the carnival. I said,
How can you follow that?
shit.
Right.
But I was so mad at that dude because even when I was in line behind him, he was being loud. And I go, I remember telling my wife, he's going to fuck this up. Fuck this picture up. I just want a picture with Eddie for nostalgia. Right. How you say it? Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Nostalgic reasons.
I think nostalgia.
I just wanted to have it. And I was like, that fucking guy.
Damn.
Fuck, I'll tell you off camera who it was.
Please tell me. I can't see this guy.
I was so mad at that.
I'm excited.
And I knew it. I was behind him like, he's going to fuck this up, man.
Who grabs a motherfucker like that?
He grabbed
Eddie
like
too.
You know him.
Yeah.
You know, because I remember Eddie gave him to this, the
strong hand.
Strong black man handshake. The motherfucker brought Eddie in. And then had his hand on his back. It was in his
You don't bring Eddie in. Everybody should know that.
He did a Marlon Wayne's pool. Like
Damn.
You're the reason I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm like,
Did you have him around the neck?
Nah, he had him on his back.
Oh, okay.
Brought the handshake in.
Handshake.
Like, we like this.
All right.
I don't want to touch you. Okay. We do handshake. And I come and bring you in. I appreciate you having that urban absurdity. You don't know how much it's fucking meant to me, bro. Motherfucker had water and my wife's calling. Yeah, rude. I'm doing a podcast. All right. Love you. Bye. Yeah, man. Anyway. That's how you handle your woman, motherfucker.
I got to get a couple more questions in before we run out of time.
Oh, no. I got a couple questions too. Go ahead, Ron.
I'm about to say, damn,
My bad. I'm sorry.
Yours more important than mine?
No,
All right. Going out, like your regular everyday experience, like, and I see like how you pulled up today. I'm thinking it's going to at least be a bodyguard or something. Like, I go out like fucking Gary Owen is here. Like,
nope.
You don't travel with any security. Like, can you just go in a grocery store and nobody just bother the fuck out of you? Does everybody recognize you when you go out?
Black people.
So you just black famous.
I'm black famous. That's why I have a summer home in Salt Lake.
Get away from this shit.
Lake Tahoe and Salt Lake. If there's water skiing and hiking, I'm there. I blend in.
Oh my God. So you mean to tell me if you go in the grocery store, no black people in there, like white people don't recognize you? Or do they have to have an urban edge?
No. White people come up to me like it's a secret. They'll be like this. Hey man, I know who you are. Like it's a secret between us. My man, I know who you are.
Don't worry about it. We know you.
Nobody in Price Chopper's going to talk to you.
Like yesterday, I'll probably leave
nothing.
here and go out to eat by myself. I'm very comfortable being by myself.
Yeah.
You know, so yesterday was funny because I went out to eat at Snooze in downtown, near downtown Kansas City.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite breakfast spots, actually. But I remember I put my name on the list. They said it's like an hour. I showed up like 10 minutes for. And there was this group of black women. They looked like they were in a sorority or something. The sorority got together for breakfast. And they went fucking nuts.
I know they did.
And then now the white people in Snooze are like, what the fuck's
Yeah.
going on?
Who the fuck is this?
So I took a picture with everybody. And then I said, it's just one. I can sit at the bar. So I sat at the bar.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because then every now and then black person would come in and they'd be like, Gary, what's up? Like, what's up? We get a picture? All right. You know, usually
it's all on
food's usually
Instagram.
off limits.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's fine. And then the manager came over. Hey, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Jim. I'm the manager here.
Oh.
I'm happy you're here, man. Thanks for coming.
Oh, no
Everything
shit
go
about
good?
you.
I was like, yeah, I'm good. Is the food comp?
Free food?
Ain't nothing like free food. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care how much money you make. It tastes better. And then the bartender girl, she was like, hey, people are really fanning out. Like, what's your name?
Yeah.
And I was like, Gary Owen. And then I could see her and the other bartenders like getting on their phone looking me up.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
But you just sit by yourself. Nobody's really tripping.
I never would have thought that you were just black.
All right, I got some
You gotta
questions.
pay bodyguards, dude.
Right.
Yeah, here's the thing: you gotta pay them, and then if things go left, they know all your business.
That's
I
Yeah.
don't want people in my business like that.
That's
Yeah, okay, I get you.
All right, I got this little thing I'm gonna do. This is the first time we're gonna do it. Everybody gonna have a chance to.
It better be good.
Everybody gonna have a chance to answer, but you gotta answer it like that, like within 5 seconds.
Oh.
All right, it's like a speed question. Like what was it like around?
Wait a minute, you gonna test some shit out on Gary when
Yeah,
Gary come in?
I think Gary is right
He's
for
a
this.
bold
Okay.
motherfucker.
Go
All
ahead.
right. Everybody get a chance. All right, Gary. You want to go first? You want us to go around the room first?
I'll do it. Fuck it, I'll go.
Okay.
Fuck it.
We going,
What is it,
all
mother?
me or is it goes boom, 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 boom?
We'll go boom, 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 boom.
Oh, they can go first.
Okay, cool. Out of anybody in the industry, you got to hurry up and answer. It's an either or question.
To him, right?
Yep. It's you first, right? And then
Okay, let's go.
Out of everybody in the industry, who do you not want to have beef with? 50 Cent or TMZ? 1, 2.
TMZ.
1.
50 Cent.
50 Cent. Gary.
TMZ.
I'm going with TMZ too. Why TMZ? We
More of them.
It's way more of them.
But it seemed like they don't want to fuck with you like that. But they do seem like they do some undercover shadiness a lot.
50 ain't gonna chase you around the city.
50
TMZ
Cent,
will.
but 50 Cent seems more embarrassing than everybody. Like he just don't stop.
I was going to say that 50 Cent does not. TMZ can get new stories.
Yeah.
And move the fuck on. 50 Cent does not stop. You
I ain't
will-
seen me trolling this election. I'm coming for 50's title. I've been going on.
I'm kind of scared of 50, but I'm a little scarier of TMZ.
Next
All right.
question.
Vanny or Apollonia? All right, that was a bullshit question. All right,
Apollonia.
who was on crack first? I'm gonna have you go first. Who was on crack first, Bobby or Whitney? Whitney. You think Whitney was on crack first? Who you got? Who you
I'm
got?
gonna say
B?
Bobby.
Whitney.
I mean, they said it.
Who you got?
I'll say Bobby.
I got Bobby too because
I don't
when
think Whitney did that
When
shit.
I seen that Whitney Houston story on TL, was it Lifetime and shit? Bobby made it seem like she put him on. But my mind, when I seen the New Edition story, this nigga was 16 on it. I don't know.
I don't know. It could be a 50-50 thing.
Now, the brother said that he basically would give Whitney, when she was younger, when she was first starting out, she would go get it. Damn.
Wow.
All right, did Jeffrey Epstein kill himself or was it the setup?
Setup.
Goddamn setup.
I think it was a setup.
Setup. You know what? I didn't know nothing about him until people kept asking that question. And then I researched it and I was like, yeah, this is a fucking setup. Yeah.
Well, one of them guards got a Bentley in 5 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those guards, like, that money is put away. I guarantee, like, 2025, they're like, I'm just going to retire. It's not,
Mysteriously
they're not gonna get it now,
retired.
But it's coming, trust.
He gonna be long gone.
Let me find me one more question.
Yeah.
How many you got? Go ahead.
That was it. That was all my little fast little money round.
Yeah, don't do that again. That was stupid.
You know, I'm glad Gary said it. I didn't want to.
No, man.
No, the question, you should have been more rapid fire. We explained this stuff afterwards and shit.
I wanted to, but
That's
then
what you
everybody
came
had
up
time to talk.
All this time.
You had a whole week to prepare for this shit.
Man, I didn't know
Okay.
I didn't know what I was gonna ask or not.
I wrote this down as the joke because this is one of the most famous. Well, this is the one that I see people talk about all the time, and they always go back to that joke when you ask them, "Do they know who Gary Owen is?" The church joke, the all day in church joke. Did that actually happen to you the first time, or did it just?
I mean, when I went to black churches, it's like, man, this is a lot longer than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
But it was more entertaining too. Like 3 hours feels like 30 minutes, whereas a white church, 30 minutes feels like 3 fucking hours.
Okay.
You know
okay.
what I mean? So I don't know. That just kind of, that joke came organically. It started just, hey, black church is long, and then it got a chuckle, and then keep going with this, and then it just kept going and going and going. I was like, damn. Then it got right in the pocket, and then I was like, oh, it's a good joke.
How often do you write? Do you write often now, or are you already set? With
I don't
the
ever
jokes?
write my jokes down.
No shit.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you
on
like the
stage
Lil
so
Wayne
much.
of comedy?
I wouldn't say that. I'm on stage so much.
Yeah.
Like I know, and then I might put like a word in my phone, but I'm not writing a whole joke out. I might just be like Epstein. So that's Jeffrey Epstein, and might be a 10-minute bit on that.
Yeah.
Or Netflix. And I'll know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you guys, I'm the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
I
can
all
see.
my jokes. My shows are never the same.
That's dope. Man.
Anybody got anything else?
Robert, you got something? No, I do the same thing. You know I do the same thing.
Robert,
So
said-
Robert is the Lil Wayne.
Robert said that he just like you. That's what Robert said.
Oh, wait, do we?
I know I do the same thing. My stuff, like just one word on a notepad.
Yeah.
I can remember the joke.
Yeah, but I just met you. You should write all your jokes out.
Yeah, he owns it. He got that patented, bro.
I'm like this. No, you should write them all out. No, I'm just looking at you right now. You're not me.
All right, do you
He said you're not me.
It's obvious you're not me. Let's move on.
you got anything new coming up, Gary?
I had a movie come out last month on Netflix called Welcome to Sudden Death with Michael J. White. It's a karate movie.
So I should watch that one. When I seen it, I was like, I don't know if I want to watch it.
It's all right. It's cool.
It's all right.
It's fine.
Well, it's all right. It's cool.
It's good. It's a fun
If
little
you ain't
movie.
doing nothing, I mean, you
Right.
might as well.
I wouldn't like stop what you're doing. I'm being honest, but it's a good movie. But it's cool. And then I don't know. I got a couple things. I don't like until I got a date. Shit's getting released. I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
So the podcast every Thursday. It premieres at 10 a.m. West Coast. Well, noon Kansas City time. That's what time the podcast is. This week I got To Hear More.
To hear
All Death
more.
Digital.
Dude is funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
And then next week I got David Arnold, who, more of a writer, but he's a funny comedian.
Yeah.
And then I got December. I got Terrell Owens.
Oh,
I got
that's
Joe
dope.
Coy. I can't remember who else I got in December.
Oh my God. Well, you know what?
He said give us his roster. Send
Yeah,
some
send
of
him
these
over
people.
here.
He gonna throw the-
man.
He said, "This is who I got."
I mean,
got
you know what?
We got a little bit of money. We got a little bit of money. We're going to have to just come down there, aren't we?
This is who I got.
We're going to have to come down there.
We're gonna be talking to our friends later. Yeah, we had Gary today. We had Michael Blackson a couple weeks ago. I don't know who we got coming up next. Like,
That's
ain't
a
no
good
telling who
roster,
we
though.
might. You know what I mean?
That's
For the
good,
hood,
though.
we got a good roster though, a real good one.
That's
I
good,
do got to
though.
say this, bro. I am so glad you came to the podcast because we are unknowns. We are aware of it. But just to come and have fun with us, bro, and just chill, like we respect the hell out of you. We were big fans, and like you made our week, bro. We'll be on the next celebrity next week, but you at least get 7 days. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, bro. This has been this has been so much
Make
fucking
sure,
fun.
listen, if you take nothing else away from the podcast, watch Walk Hard.
I'm
I'm gonna watch that shit.
It's so goddamn
That's
funny,
on our
man.
list to talk about for next
Holy
week.
fuck.
Everybody needs
But
to
I
watch
never knew it. He's like one of those funny ass white guys that I don't know his name, but dude is fucking hilarious.
Well, that
What is
was the movie Judd Apatow did for him that they thought was going to be like 40-Year-Old Virgin for Steve Carell.
Yeah.
And it didn't pop like that.
Wow.
But it's fucking so good, man.
Yeah,
Man, I'm gonna watch it just because you said it, so I could just have that story. Like, yeah, I was just hanging with Gary. You said I should watch this movie. You want to watch it with me?
Right,
On
right.
Netflix. I ain't even pump my own movie like that.
right.
Welcome to Sudden Death. Watch Walk Hard.
Y'all watch Welcome to Sudden Death. Keep watching Urban Absurdity. Y'all already watched Gary, so start watching us.
Later.